Hi students, today we are going to discuss about capacitance and capacitor. Capacitance means it is the ability of any conductor to store electric charges. So electrical capacitance is the measure of the ability of the conductor to store electric charges. We already know the equation for potential V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. So if I give more and more charge to a conductor, its potential will increase. Therefore I can write potential V is directly proportional to the charge, or charge is directly proportional to potential. So to remove the proportionality sign, I am writing Q is equal to some constant C into V, or C is equal to Q by V. C is called the capacitance of a conductor. Now if V is 1 volt, then we can say C is equal to Q. With that, how can I define capacitance? Capacitance of a conductor is defined as the charge required to raise the potential through 1 unit. Capacitance is defined as the charge required to raise its potential through 1 unit. SI unit of capacitance is farad, and the symbol of capacitance is like two parallel lines and those two connecting wires. Capacitance is said to be 1 farad when 1 coulomb of charge raises its potential of the conductor by 1 volt. Now 1 farad is very big. Even if it is SI unit, 1 farad, that quantity is very big. So in the practical cases, in all our electronic devices, in motherboard of a computer, television, etc., we will be using capacitance of millifarad, microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. So let us see the conversions of all these things. 1 millifarad is 10 raised to minus 3 farad. 1 microfarad, 10 raised to minus 6 farad. 1 nanofarad is 10 raised to minus 9 farad, and 1 picofarad is 10 raised to minus 12 farad. So this is the conversions. In the practical cases, we always use these units only. Okay. Now let us study the capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. So how much charge they can store, or what is the capacity of the spherical conductor? Imagine a spherical conductor. Its radius is R. Then we already know the potential at any point V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. C is equal to Q by V. C is the capacitance, so C is equal to Q by V. So what will I write? I can substitute the value of Q here. So Q by, instead of V, I can put this. So Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So this Q and Q get cancelled. 4 pi epsilon 0 R will go up. Therefore the final equation is 4 pi epsilon 0 R. Therefore C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So from this expression, it is clear that C proportional to R. That means capacity can be increased with increasing the radius. Now listen. I already told C equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r. So capacitance is directly proportional to radius, and the above equation is true for all the conducting spheres, whether it is hollow or solid. If the sphere is in a medium, then what will happen to the capacitance? Capacitance equation becomes C equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r into r, where epsilon r is the relative permittivity of the medium. So instead of epsilon r, I can write this as C is equal to, instead of epsilon r, I can write K. So the above equation will take the form C is equal to K into 4 pi epsilon 0 r, which means when I place the sphere in a medium, capacitance increases by K times, where K is the dielectric constant or relative permittivity of the medium. Now, let us see one thing. I already discussed with you 1 farad is very big. So let us see how much should be the radius of a spherical conductor to store 1 farad. We know the equation C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r. C is equal to 1 farad. So 1 is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r. So from here, what is r? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. We already know the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 9 into 10 raised to 9. That is, the radius of the sphere is 9 into 10 raised to 9 meter, which means 9 into 10 raised to 6 kilometers. Do you know the radius of the earth? Radius of earth is only 6,400 kilometer. So when you compare both, you can see the radius of that sphere required to store 1 farad is about 1,500 times the radius of the earth. So with this you can understand 1 farad is very big. To create this much big sphere is not possible. Using the same equation, C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r, and putting r as the radius of the earth, which is 6,400 kilometer. When you substitute the value over here, you will get the capacitance of the earth as 711 microfarad. So you can just see, for that big earth, if we use a conductor having the size of the earth, its capacitance is very less, which is 711 microfarad only. So we use, instead of using a spherical capacitor, we will use different types of capacitor. Our new invention is a parallel plate capacitor. So using a parallel plate, we can increase the capacitance of the capacitor. So how can we do that? Let us see. It's very simple. Initially, we keep a positively charged plate A. That plate is having a potential V is equal to Q by C. Now, keep a parallel plate B which is uncharged. When you keep a plate B like this, what happens is that due to induction, this side of the plate becomes negative charge and the outer side of the plate becomes positive charge. Okay. Now I am going to ground the outer side of the plate. Then what happens is all these positive charge will be transferred to the ground, and now the plate B will have only negative charge. This negative charge will create a negative potential, and that negative potential will reduce the potential of plate A. I have already told you initially, the initial potential. The initial potential of plate A was V is equal to Q by C. Initial potential was V is equal to Q by C. So initial capacitance will be C is equal to Q by V. Now, as I told in the above figure, I just kept a plate B here, which makes plate B negative charge and positive charge on the right side. That positive charge is grounded, so there is only negative charge now remains. This negative charge will create a negative potential. That negative potential will reduce the potential of plate A. So the new potential of plate A is marked as V dash, which will be obviously lesser than the previous one. So V dash is lesser than V. Then what is the new capacitance C dash? C dash is equal to Q by V dash. So since V dash is lesser than V, we can say C dash greater than C. So our conclusion is the capacitance of a plate, that means plate A, the capacitance of a plate can be increased by keeping a plate parallel to the first plate. Okay, the capacitance of a plate can be increased by keeping an uncharged plate parallel to the first plate, which is grounded, which is earthed. So the capacitance will be increased. This is the principle of parallel plate capacitor. Okay. So parallel plate capacitor, there are two plates which is kept parallel to each other. Now let us see how to derive the expression for a parallel plate capacitor. So as I told, there is a first plate, plate A, and second plate which is kept parallel to the first plate. So if one plate is positive charge, due to induction the second plate is negative charge. So if there is a consideration like this, we have studied the similar figure in chapter 1. I will show you the same figure for the for a revision. Look this figure, we have already discussed this in chapter 1. There is a positive charge plate and there is a negative charge plate. If we consider this, with this approximation we can say that electric field in region 1 is E is equal to 0. Electric field in region 3, that also E is equal to 0. So in the region 1 and in the region 3, electric field is not there, because the direction of this plate, the direction of electric field is in this plate will be directed outward, and for the negative plate it is directed inward. So you can view this video again to get this consideration. So what I am directly moving on to the present derivation. So you just watch this video, the previous video, to get how the electric field is 0 in region 1 and 3, and electric field in region 2 is uniform, and that electric field value is E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Okay, so please view this video again and let us move to our derivation. So in this derivation, as I told, electric field is 0 outside plate A and the plate B. Electric field will remain only in the region between the plates, which is shown by the green arrow. The value of electric field is sigma by epsilon 0 that I showed you in the previous figure. Now, potential is E into D. I already told E is sigma by epsilon 0. So I will write sigma by epsilon 0 into D. But sigma is equal to Q by A. So you can put, instead of sigma, you can put Q by A. Therefore the equation of V equal to Q by A into D by epsilon 0. Now we know the equation C equal to Q by V. So C is equal to Q by V. So Q by V is this. I am putting this value over here. So Q by QD by A epsilon 0. Q and Q cancel. A epsilon 0 will go top. Therefore you will get C is equal to A epsilon 0 by D. This is our equation. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is directly proportional to area between the plates. That means C directly proportional to A, whereas it is inversely proportional to the distance between the plates. C proportional to 1 by D. Now as we discussed earlier, if I place this capacitor in a dielectric medium, which means, see, there are two plates here. In this figure, the region between the plates is air. Instead of that, if I am placing some mica or paper or wood in this region, then that acts as a dielectric and that can again store the charge. So what happens to the capacitance value? Earlier capacitance value was A epsilon 0 by D. But now it becomes A epsilon 0 epsilon R by D. And I already told that epsilon R is also called K, dielectric constant. So therefore we can write A epsilon 0 by D into K, which means capacitance increases by K times if we place a dielectric in between. Okay? Thank you.